What is up, everybody, and welcome to my little corner of photography YouTube. So, the video that you guys and girls are going to see today is just a little understanding of how to use your camera phone better, how to work with its settings, some tips, some tricks, especially ones about zooming in and cropping and how that's not a good idea. So I just wanted to say that, and yeah, that's it. Bye. So I'm walking up to this silo. I like the abandoned look of it, the trees and the stuff growing around it, the colors, whether it's the green grass or the blue sky. You could tell that it hasn't been maintained much. This is photography on your phone. Whether I have it horizontal or vertical, I can look at my image, tap the screen, and I can adjust the brightness up or down. This definitely gives it a more interesting look, let's say. But if I tap and hold the screen, which you just saw, it locks the exposure. So whether I flip the phone horizontal or vertical, I can take a photo, adjust the exposure, and it stays that way for another shot. Zooming in is important, because if you zoom in on a shot and you see here that when you take the picture, it looks kind of janky, doesn't it? If you look at it, you could see that the lines, the tree, even the silo itself, the image gets muddy. So what you always would want to do is take a photo when you're zoomed out. That 1x, if you will. Why is this important? Because you can always crop later. So if you go into the image, you can see I'm cropping, right? I can take out the fence, I can take out the surrounding area, and you lose less detail that way after you crop the image. You can zoom in and see it looks a little bit better. Sorry about that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play with that a little bit. This next image has effects. Playing with the image lets you adjust not just with the presets that Apple gives you on editing, with it, which is just to swipe up with your finger. See, these are all the presets. But you can also edit the image with saturation, with warmth, with clarity, dark point, things like these. These really, you can make an image that stands out on your own without having to go to a third-party app like Polar or VSC Go. These images are unique for the iPhone, yes, but you can make them unique to yourself. And by doing so, you can see zooming in that it changes the colors, it changes the texture, as you will, on the silos. That's a big deal as well. Whether you want things to stand out or blend in, the in-image editing for the iPhone software really does do a great job. And you can see other features here. I'm just playing with the photo to make you really get a gist of cropping, of editing, of everything else. So going back on live view, you can see that these images are straight out of the camera. No third-party software, horizontal or vertical. And you can see what you're what you're editing live, which is nice, right? And just getting centered. So we zoom in. See, it does not look good. It doesn't. Don't zoom in. Crop in post. Crop your images. That's the most important thing I think that you should take away. If you want to zoom in. And here we go. This is the 18 millimeter equivalent. Here I'm showing you that at the corners of the lens, the image stretches. This is important because if you're taking pictures of your friends and group gatherings, or you're taking pictures of buildings, if you don't keep it centered, the images will stretch. And that's part of an 18 millimeter lens. That's what it does. It stretches. So taking this photo, you could see the bend. You can see zooming in. It's not very clear. It's not a focused shot. And that's because at 18 millimeters, Apple didn't feel it would be intelligent enough to put this in. And that's okay. So here I'm showing you the other side of the abandoned silo. Zooming in, you could see the difference. Taking that photo, again, we're going to go into the image and I'm going to crop it. And this is just reinforcing the idea, never crop, please. In image, cropping in image, I guess you could understand it as zooming in, right? You could see there's more detail in taking the image than cropping it in your photo gallery. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I plan to do more, not just on photography on your camera. Also plan on using some shots, talking about portrait mode more in the future. But I also wanted to talk about this favorite camera of mine right now. It is still an older one. It's a Fuji X Pro 1, not the 2 or the 3, but the 1 with a 58 millimeter Helios 442 lens. So we'll be looking at sample photos. We'll be talking about this camera more and how much I love it. No matter how old it is, there's still a cult following, and I don't know, maybe they'll let me in. Okay. From the corner of my YouTube, Grow With Me Photography. See you guys later.